Hey guys, I've got an awesome video for y'all. It's the back nine of a tournament that me and Paul ULIBARRI played in together recently out at Kilbourne. It was a Skillborn layout, so it was super tough. It rained, all sorts of things. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's up, guys? Hope you all enjoyed the front nine coverage over on Paul's channel. There'll be a link to that down in the description. Now we're hopping into the back nine. As you can see, it started to rain, so that's going to make things a little bit complicated. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
Glad it was clear on my channel.
All right, guys, so right now in the round, Paul is 6 down and I am 1 down. He got a whole bunch of birdies, and then it started raining. And we both got pretty annoyed. It started getting to our heads, and you can kind of see that over the next couple of holes. Terrible upshot by me right there. Honestly, I was really frustrated with that. So now I've got a pretty big putt coming back here. I'm about circle's edge maybe. And we drain it, which was huge. I needed that. So both of us end up with pars right there, a couple of threes. Now on this one, Paul hugs it a little tight right, but ends up getting a pretty good kick down by the basket. And then I do the opposite. I hug the left side just a little too much. You'll see me hit that tree right there. If my disc had been a foot to the right, it would have been an ace run, honestly. Great upshot right there, hitting the basket. And giving myself an easy par. This is Paul's birdie putt. He ended up missing it. He's pretty frustrated with that. I mean, that's normally cash for him, so it makes sense. So another couple of pars right there. So he's still 6 down. I am still 1 down. And then right here, this hole can be kind of tricky getting the angle out there. Paul gets kind of up the fairway on the left side. And then I do a terrible job right here. For some reason, my stag wasn't turning over for me. It went way too left, and obviously that's not what I want. I thought that shot was going to be great. I hit a tree, and it fell down. Not too good. Paul hit the bush right there. I hit this stump right in front of me, and we're kind of just struggling.
All right, so I'm officially super frustrated. I airballed the putt from like 12 feet, then made a bad judgment on the next one. My grip's all funky.
Your chalk's all wet.
My chalk's wet, my shirt's wet. You're hitting trees.
It's ridiculous. Trees, stumps, branches, everything.
It's still sprinkling.
The morale's down.
Yeah, the morale's down. We need a jolt. So, in the comments, tell us how you keep your round going and try to stay positive, because I'm having a tough time doing it right now.
All right, so again, honestly, it felt like a string of bad luck. Paul hit a tree right there. I get up next to the basket there in a good spot. Paul, I guess we missed one of his shots right there. So he's up here and does his little step putt, barely misses to the left there. I'm a couple feet in front of him, maybe 2-3 feet, and I was able to cash mine. Luckily, I needed that. So I take a bogey there, and Paul takes a double bogey. So that's not what either of us wanted. I throw a Raider here on a flex line, and it goes to the edge of the fairway and then skips down real nice. Paul tempos down on his Mantis, which is an understable disc, and throws it. And I can't wait for you guys to see where these are. Like, both of these shots were just parked. I was 7 feet away. Paul was a 1.5 feet away. So 2 good birdies right there that we both needed, especially after that last hole. I was really happy with how we came back there. Going on to the next hole here. Big sidearm with the felon. Placement right down in the middle of the fairway. And I didn't rip it, but I did still get it into a pretty good position. Now, Paul is going for it here, y'all. He is going for it here, and sadly enough, hits a tree on the right, then goes over, hits a tree on the left, and then ends up back on the right side. Now, it is a par 4, so you can have some mistakes like that, but both of us are trying to get birdies on this hole. I threw my Justice way too low there. I was pretty frustrated with that, honestly. Paul has his approach shot from the short basket
good
and has
run.
an easy putt after that for his par. This is for my birdie outside the circle, and I knew right out of my hands that I was a little bit right. So I hit the basket there, needed a little bit more on it, and then we would have been good, but we're going to get out of that with a couple of pars. So that's, always safe, so we're happy with that. Now, this one right here, threw my Raider, and I released it on a hyzer. I needed to release it flat, so I end up in the woods over on the left, which isn't where I want to be. And then Paul throws this down the right side, hugging it the whole way, which is perfect for the approach shot to the green because it's just an easy sidearm from there. Not an easy sidearm by any means. So I'm over here kind of cut off. I was trying to get a flex line right there, wasn't able to get it. Paul's able to just get this solid shot down here. Now the green does have OB on it, so we actually weren't sure if he was safe at that point. And then I throw my Justice through this inside gap. I was not meaning to do that, so I was pretty disappointed, even though the result was good. Another circle's edge putt here, saving myself
great
that
save,
par, which
dude.
was huge. I absolutely needed that at that point. I did save myself from a lot of bogeys in this round, which made me pretty happy. And then Paul's here. He literally was a foot, if not a little less, from the out of bounds there. Now this right here hits it, kicks left. This hole can be deadly. This is a super tight green right here, or tee. I get my captain out there, but I threw it too high, so it ended up coming back down to the right, which isn't what I wanted. It kind of cut me off and made things a little difficult. Paul finds a little gap up here through the trees and actually intentionally threw this roller, and it was able to push him up the fairway, which is awesome. I throw my felon through here and wanted the disc to go to the right, but honestly, I was just happy that I got up the fairway there. That was a great shot from the position that I was in. Paul's able to throw this all the way down there, looking good. So that's going to be his third shot. This is my third shot, and it was not good. I babied that way too much. So there's Paul's fourth shot. This is a par 4. So both of us have to make these putts in order to make anything happen. Obviously, that is not happening. So both of us are going to end up with bogeys here. Yeah, we're holding on, trying to continue to make things happen, but it's getting to be a little bit difficult. So 2 bogeys there on this, and then obviously Paul had his double bogey and I had my bogey earlier, which kind of messed up any potential for me to really move forward too much. Paul's going to be able to just boom this one out there. Really, really good shot out in the fairway. I'm throwing my captain, and I released it flat, and it turned into a ridiculous roller. I did not mean to do this, but it ended up being pretty good, which was funny. That's why we're all laughing here, like, what the freak did I just do? And then right here, I actually have a good line, but it's tight, and I'm about 6 inches off to the right. If that had been 6 inches to a foot to the left, I would have been parked. But wasn't able to get that. We are able to throw this one up here, though, get that parked in order to save that par. And this is Paul's drive. Really, really good. Solid little flex line up here. I think that's his Raptor. I'm not sure, though. And he's able to park that for the birdie there, which is good because now he's at the point where he's back to 6 down, which is awesome. I am not to that point yet. I'm even currently. So on this hole, I got to make something happen. Paul is going to be throwing that same disc here, and it cuts off a little bit tight to the left. This gap is kind of weird. It's very particular. You don't want to go too far. So I'm just throwing my putter here, and it's actually a beautiful shot. Like, just the flight of that putter right there is amazing. It gets right out to the middle of the fairway, giving me a look. Now, Paul's having to go for a forehand roller here to get around this and to have any chance at getting out to the basket. And this was actually a really sick shot. I loved watching this. So you guys can't really see it, obviously, because of the trees. But it goes down, rolls, doesn't get all the way up to the basket, but it was still a pretty solid shot. I don't even think I could have done that. So right here, I'm out in the fairway, as you guys can see, and throwing my keystone, my Opto keystone right up there, settling down right next to the basket. 2 putter shots for me. Pretty happy with that. Paul says get in, which is so funny. I knew he was joking right there. So he's able to cash that in for the par, and I'm able to get a birdie here, leaving me at 1 down and Paul at 6 down, which is actually where we started the back 9 at.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Back 9 on my channel. Again, front 9, if you haven't checked it out yet, is on Paul's. You ended up with 6 down?
I did.
6 down, 1 down here. So we could have done better, but it rained and it was frustrating, all that kind of stuff. If you guys enjoyed, thanks for all the support. See you on the next one.
Yeah, check out the scores. You'll post the final PDGA scorecard so they can see how we did in the tournament.
Yep. See you guys.
So for those of you who didn't watch the front 9 over on Paul's channel, obviously go and watch that. But right here is just the score layout for all of us. We played with 2 other guys. Paul shot 6 down. I shot 1 down. The other guys were plus 15 and plus 19. Paul had a massive string of birdies on the front 9, as you guys can see. He went birdie, 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 par, birdie, birdie, par, birdie, par. I only got 1 of those birdies. My putting wasn't on too much at the beginning, if I remember correctly, but I started dialing it in towards the end. And then obviously what you guys just saw now. 2 pars for both of us, and then a double bogey and a bogey, and then 2 birdies, which is awesome. I love seeing the birdie after the bogey, because being able to respond and answer to that is always huge. And then another couple of pars. Paul gets a birdie. I get a par. Then we both get bogeys. Then he gets a birdie. I get a par. He gets a par, I get a birdie. So, yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It was super fun for us. Thanks for watching, hanging out. See you guys in the next one.